Good morning, chicks and chickens. Welcome back to Old Man Farm. My name is Sid, as always. Looks like it's Victor's birthday, and I can never find that man, but we will do our best. We're very happy today, which means we should probably make it a point to get to the mines, see if we can't finish out our 900 stone to make one wee tiny little bridge. But I think in the end it will be worth it, because we're using Grandpa's shed quite a bit. That place is spacious. So, on that note, I was made aware that we can't actually use the corner casks for whatever reason. So we're going to pop over there and do a little demolition. But first, found some good quality stone. Maybe you can build something with it or something. Thanks, George. 100%. You really could not have sent me something that would have been more useful. So, good on you. Good on you. Appreciates it. So, let's see here. I want to check on... Oops. Let's see. How do I think I left stick click. Nope, that's not it. That's how you talk. One of these buttons. I think maybe I'll just have to right click him. Nope, that's not it. What? How do I do it? 1 second. Okay, sorry about that. Apparently if we hit H. There we go. H for Grover, obviously. So we have half a heart with him. Now it says got pet, water, food. Oh, we have to feed the poor boy. Do you like cheese? Is that a thing? Can I give him cheese? Most adult horses are lactose intolerant. Oh my. That's very cool that it actually told us that. Okay, let's go ahead and get him fed as well. I want to make sure that Grover is feeling funky fresh, because not only does it make him move faster, but hey, if we have the ability to take care of him and make him a happy boy, then why would we not take advantage of the opportunity, right? Alright, well, let's get our basics done for the day, and then we'll head over and go do a little more mining. Like I said, if we see Abigail along the way, I'm probably going to pick her up as well, because she is just so wonderful to have along with us. She is a proper adventurer, arguably better than we are. I mean, quite honestly, she has a passive buff to her movement speed. She really just protects us while we mine. It's amazing. So Abigail has become sort of our own personal bodyguard, and I love it. What are you doing in here, Pecky? Huh? Just really happy, so you know what? Your life choices, and I will not tell you how to live it. So, let's check. Sorry about that. There has been a little bit of a lapse in time between when I started this episode and now. I just paused it and had to... Yes, let's eat that truffle. Dirt. So there's been a little lapse in time between when I started this, paused it, and when we're talking now. I started to have a little wee panic attack. So I just paused it and got up, took a little walk. So I apologize for that. Didn't anticipate that happening, but it's been happening a lot more since this whole anemia thing has started. I think the general lack of oxygen going to everything is, you know, obviously playing with all of my levels, which is definitely giving me a higher amount of anxiety, even though I know that there is not anything wrong in a long-term sense. It can still, you know, it can be a little nerve-wracking. So, every once in a while, I get I just get one of those rushes where, I don't know, I get panicky, you know, and I have to get up and I just gotta go deal with it, and it is what it is. No big deal. I don't know if I guess we're gonna talk about this real quick. I was gonna talk about dinner, but hey, we'll talk about this real quick. I don't know if any of you guys have panic attacks. But I have found the easiest way for me to get out of them is, well, I have some weird little ritualistic things I do, like counting my finger with my thumbs. Or, yes, counting all my fingers with my thumbs. I don't think I could slice bread, much less a monster, but I guess that's the point. Wait, what? Marlon started me off with a bunch of books to read. I wish I could get the combat part of training already. You want to go on an adventure? Yes, we do. And look at that, we're speedy already. But yeah, I do weird things. I count my fingers. I think that's the leftover from the TIA, like mini stroke scenario that I had. And A lot of times I will change my clothes, which I think is mostly just trying to get some kind of sensory input from my body, like the clothes changing and, you know, touching my body gives me, because really with a panic attack for me is I just need sensory input to bring me back to reality. Some people count, I forget exactly how it is, but you go through your senses, you know, like 5 things you can see, 4 things you can smell, blah, 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 you know, taste, touch, all of those, and you go through them all. I don't do that, but I do try to, I don't count specifically, but I focus on, okay, this is something you can see, this is something you can hear, to try and bring myself back. And I like to go for walks. It pulls me out of it. I don't know why. I think, again, it's just the change in temperatures. Even if, you know, it's a nice warm day and it's warm in your house, if you go outside and get that direct sunlight, you feel that heat. And, you know, as such, it's just another sense to push on yourself. So, yeah, and the big one, I think I may have talked about this before, is I do deep breathing through my stomach, like really stretch out your stomach and like your abdominal area. And at least from what I'm told, I don't know what it is, it works, but I'm told that there's a large clustering of nerves in there that activates your parasympathetic nerve system. Again, this is just what I was told. I'm not a doctor. And that starts to, you know, calm you down. Again, bring you back. Get rid of all the intense, like, adrenaline and all of those fight or flight chemicals that you go into. And yeah, so anyway, didn't mean to get into that. Didn't mean to have that happen. But, you know, here we are. Gonna continue with my day because I oddly... my limbs start to feel really heavy and I just feel so exhausted after a panic attack. But, I tend to be really kind of chipper after one because, well, I think I said yesterday or the day before how, like, oh, there was an amethyst up there. Anyway, I said that, you know, you get this, like, high of no longer being in pain after you've been in pain, or really this could go for any physical symptoms, and that counts doubly for a panic attack for me, is as soon as the panic attack is subsided, I feel so good. Oh no, Abigail! She's like, dude, I'm sorry, I had to fight a literal ghost. I couldn't be bothered to deal with the flying rat. Did you hear her just punch that thing? Dude, Abigail is a badass. I love her platonically as a adventuring buddy. But yeah, she's great. So anyway, I was gonna say I think I've talked a few times in the last like week or so that I've really wanted to make a pot roast. So I bought jackfruit as an alternative, right? So I have down in 2 separate crock pots. One small crock pot for me and one larger one for the family. I have a traditional beef, you know, slab, and then I have a jackfruit one, but I'm making Mississippi pot roast, which I believe I've talked about on the channel before. Probably, geez, I don't know. It's been months and months. But if you're not familiar with it, I mean this in no, I don't mean this in a disparaging way, but I don't know how else to describe it. If you just look at what it is, it sounds too easy and, like, for lack of a better way to put it, white trash to be tasty, but good lord, it's so good. It's so good. And mind you, I grew up a poor white person. I'm not disparaging white trash. I'm just, you know, I don't know how else to describe it. But it's, you know, it's like a pack of ranch seasoning, a pack of, like, au jus, or, like, I think I used, like, an onion gravy mix, some pepperoncinis, some butter, and your meat, and that is, like, it. And my mom has done it. I showed it to her, and she loved it. And she started doing it with pork, and she found that was quite good. So, and then I'm serving it with the, like, you know, the thick frozen egg noodles? Oh boy, they're so good. I got some of those. I'm a big fan of See, I was always called, in my family, I always called them dumplings, but, you know, my partner is of Vietnamese descent, so when I say dumplings, it means something entirely different to her and her family than it does to my family. But what I mean is just the, like, balls of, like, you know, dough. Like, just, like, floury puffs you put in, like a chicken soup or a potato soup or something, right? And, so my partner's not really into those, you know, she's just not into it, which, you know, hey, fine, makes sense, I get it. But I really like the chewiness of something like that, so I get these thick egg noodles for, like, kind of the heartier gravy-esque stews and roasts, and I've been using those, and they are great. Normally I just do mashed potatoes, but I'm really on the noodle kick right now. So anyway, this is just what we talk about now, food, because I've been so full of cravings lately, which I think happens when you eliminate something from your diet, you know, whatever it is. I know, like, people who eliminate soda, suddenly they're like, oh my god, I want so much candy, or, you know, I'm craving ice cream, something to get that sugar fix, you know what I mean? It's just, I don't know, it is what it is. But anyway, neither here nor there. I'm just excited about it, and I can actively smell it all the way in my in the upstairs of my house. So let's check the amount of rocks we are sitting at. We have when 122. I think we are just over 600 at home, so we have a long way to go. That's pretty brutal. It looks like we're probably gonna need one more. Now, I know if I brought bombs, I could, you know, expedite this process, I know, but, I don't know, I have this mentality with bombs. I treat bombs, if you've ever played, like, an old JRPG, like a Final Fantasy, you know, there was a habit amongst old JRPG players where you would keep your items, like your potions, your high potions, your ethers, you know, the various things to regain stats or health and things like this. And you'd end up stockpiling, like, no, eventually I'm gonna fight a boss, it's gonna be so tough, I'm gonna need all these things. Like, I shouldn't use it now. I'll make it through this fight with, you know, no health and none of my special abilities because I refuse to use items because I might need it later. And then you get to the end of the game and you have 999 of everything because you have just not used any items all game, right? I kind of do that with bombs. I've gotten it in my head that, like, no, at some point I'm gonna need them. And I assume that point is when I want to really go spelunking through the skull cavern. But I mean, do we really need to do that? Is this really just a muscle memory from, you know, a previous time in Stardew? Probably. So, I don't know. Maybe I should start doing that. There we go. So this is unrelated, but I'm gonna be streaming soon a game called Loop Hero. And it's like a 3-4-year-old game at this point, but man, I love that game. And I was going and looking through my old paintings. I'll say, Senor Krusty, I'm getting late. I'm late. It's late and I'm tired. I'm gonna go home. I had fun. Let's do it again soon. Cool. Apparently it is late, or maybe the adrenaline is still messing with my jaw. But let's get out of here. Anyway, I was looking through my old paintings to try and you know, get them set up in my house. We've just been slowly working on stuff. Oh. Hey, Lance! I own an outpost far up north in the Highlands. Perhaps one day you'll join me there. I would love to. Did you... here, you can have this dwarf scroll. Ah, what a remarkable gift. Thank you. You're very welcome. Let's check how we're doing with old Lancelot. So he's probably gonna be pretty far down here. Oof. Wow, oh, you can marry Lance? Oh, step aside, everyone. Must have swiped my sword on a slime yesterday and it got a hit on me. Nothing too serious. Need to apply myself more to practicing my sword stances. Yeah, I suppose so. Never hurts, right? So, anyway, I was looking through my paintings, hanging things up, and I found a painting that I had done that was pretty inspired by an enemy from that. And I was like, oh man, I should play that. I really should. So, I'm going to be playing that soon. I think sometime in the future, I really want to get Cult of the Lamb I have been watching someone play that on Twitch, and that game is so cool. I am blown away by that. And it has such wonderful integration with Twitch for people to be able to interact with it and get named and make their own little cult members and stuff. Oh, it's so cool. But this relates because it was made apparent to me that I really should start doing the Scumbag Joja streams again, and everything happened with moving, and I fell off from it, and I talked to chat, and I told them that I would really like to do it, but I want to do it with the understanding that I am not recording it for the sole sake of turning it into a series here on YouTube. Because, what is going on? There we go. Because if I focus it specifically with that purpose, I start to get overwhelmed, I've realized. And as you know, I've talked a lot about a lot of things I've wanted to do on the channel over, the months, almost a year we've been doing this. And none of those things have changed. However, I also know that I end up having all these ideas of things I want to do, and then they don't get done because, oh, we didn't make the damn, and I still didn't go get our golden axe. Okay, let's at least do this. I have every intention to do them, but I get overwhelmed, and I get just so busy, and so I did that so we have something to sell. So my point is that I think I am going to start doing the Joja Scumbag streams over on Twitch again, but that we may not, I'm not going to make it a point to get it over here on YouTube. If I can, I can. I still really want to, but my schedule is so jam-packed right now, especially right now. And speaking of plans, I have a lot of things I want to do outside of YouTube that this is a little bit long-winded, so I'll just be brief, but I am really going to be trying in the next, year to do everything I can to find a way to be self-employed, or at least work from home, because I enjoy doing YouTube so much. I am enjoying doing Twitch so much, and I love painting and making art so much, and I am losing time to do that by spending 50 hours a week at a job that I don't care about, but it does pay me well, and I like the people. But again, I value my time, I value my experiences, and I value my ability to create far more than I value any amount of money they're giving me. So I'm doing the math on how much money I need to survive on a month, comfortably, and making, goals and steps to get there. So we'll see. Who knows? There's just plans for the future is all I can do, I guess, Part of it is luck, part of it is hard work, and, hope, I suppose. But anyway, I suppose that doesn't really affect you unless it happens, in which case I have more time to make more things. But if not, I still appreciate you being here, and I'm going to keep doing this because I love it, and it's one of the best parts of my day. But I will talk to you tomorrow. Be good to each other. Good night.